Well, there was a stormtrooper scene, so I guess this shirt is appropriate for this review. I don't know if you can see it. Star Wars shirt, it's pretty cool, yeah? So Ralph Breaks the Internet is the sequel to Wreck-It Ralph, a movie that I really, really love. And I feel like in, like the Disney, Pixar, animation world, the Wreck-It Ralph for me is one of the best, but for some reason, one of the most underrated, underappreciated movies, or I guess at this point, movie series out of all of them. I don't know why, but people don't talk about them the way they talk about Frozen or Moana or those um, those like Toy Story, those really good ones. John C. Riley and Sarah Silverman returns as Ralph and Vanellope. I keep saying Penelope. Vanellope, respectively, and they're both so great. I mean, like John C. Riley, he has this really warm but funny voice, and he brought the character of Ralph to life so brilliantly. Like this guy, he's funny. Like the way he's talking is funny. He's goofy, But when it's time to get serious and get a bit more emotional, he brought his A game. Like it was so believable and so heartbreaking at times. That's really unexpected from this movie. And the same thing could be said about Sarah Silverman and Vanellope. I mean, she is really lively. You got to a point, I think, like the end of the second act where these two, they're having like a bit of a problem and they're just sorting it out, and it was so emotionally wrecking for me. And like that scene hit me so hard and I was crying my eyes out. I'm not even gonna be, like ashamed of admitting that this movie is so much more than just a fun, poking fun of the internet. This is not the Emoji Movie, okay? This is a really surprisingly mature animation about internet and about what people do on the internet and what that looks like inside the computers and inside this fictional world. It's really fun. It's super fun from start to finish, but it is so much more than that. It is at its core, for me, personally, I think this is a movie about a parent giving their child away, maybe to go to college, just trying to cope with that. So many people said that this movie is not as good as the first one, but for me, it is far superior. I'm gonna get a little bit into spoilers, so I'm gonna put the spoiler warning right here, so you can mute this video or just skip to the part where I, take the spoiler warning out and whatnot. I just really want to talk about this moment, and I don't want to ruin it for you guys if you have not seen the movie, of course. So yes, stay out of this moment and come back to it when you saw the movie. Here you go. 3, 2, 1. Spoiler. The fact that they have Ralph fighting his own self, his own destructive, toxic self, at the end of the movie to save Vanellope, basically telling himself, don't do that. You gotta let her go. You have to let her live her life. It's, oh my god, like it hit me on so many levels. Like I am welling up talking about it right now. It is so beautiful. One of the most beautiful film moment of this year, of decades. It's so beautifully done. I love that moment so much, of just a guy who just like so protective of his own daughter. Like I know they're best friends and whatnot, but like if you look at this movie from the parents and child, and the kid is going to college, leaving for college, and the parents is trying to get them to go like a local college, like stay at home, kind of like my parents. So when you look at the movie from that lens, Ralph is the dad who is trying to protect his daughter Vanellope, and by the end of the movie, he has grown. Like he has accepted, like, okay, I have to let her go, and basically just fighting himself, just talking to himself, saying, you gotta let her go, man. Like you have to let her, you gotta let her live her life. You can't just be controlled. You can't just be like, this is really toxic. This is really destructive, and you can't be that way. Just him talking to himself. Oh man, and like punching himself in the face and whatnot. Gosh, that was okay. So no more spoiler warning. Gosh, I'm so glad I got that out of my system. Whew. This movie is also a really great satire of the internet. I mean, it's called Ralph Breaks the Internet, but I think it's more of how the internet breaks Ralph. It's like Ralph and Vanellope, experiencing the internet for the first time. Like we all know, our first time on the internet, we saw things that like very problematic, and to see these two characters experience that from like a fresh perspective, like this is their first time, it brought so many things into perspective. Like wow, like we be like that sometimes. There's this one scene where Ralph is looking at a comment section, and I kid you not, like that hit me so hard. I'm like, wow. There are videos on my channel where there are a large amount of, let's call them haters, I guess. And to see Ralph being really affected by those negative comments is like, wow, that's really real. Ralph Breaks the Internet is a fantastic sequel to a really, really amazing first movie. It has great animation. The performance from the two leads are pretty damn amazing. They have good chemistry together. They'll make you laugh. They make you cry. At this point, I am still rooting for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse to win Best Animated Feature this year. But if Ralph Breaks the Internet end up winning it, I'm not going to be upset. I'm going to be perfectly happy. I'm going to give Ralph Breaks the Internet a 9 out of 10. Definitely one of the best movies I've seen this year, and I encourage you guys to go see it. It's really, really good. It's really good. Hey guys, if you got a chance to see Ralph Breaks the Internet, let me know in the comment section how you feel about it. Did you like it? Did you not like it? And if you enjoy my review, hit the like button and subscribe to see more reviews like this. With that being said, I'll see you soon.